Alrighty folks, well, good morning and welcome back to Parker Dam State Park. As you see, I'm still here in the old CCC built rustic cabin. So this is day 3 here at Parker Dam for me. Although we won't be hiking too much in Parker Dam today. I kind of devised a plan and hopefully you guys can stay with me here. But the nice folks at Purple Lizard sent me various maps and I really haven't gotten to use them just yet. But here we go. This is the first time using them. Thank you, Purple Lizard, for sending me them. It means a lot to me. So let's take a gander here real quick. Hopefully you guys can see this. But this is the plan for today. So here's Parker Dam, the big yellow blob, kind of in the middle here. And if you can make out this little house, that's where we're staying. So we're going to be crossing the dam once again like we did last week. And then heading up Fairview Road and catching the Quehanna Trail. We'll be crossing Tyler Road until we get to this big valley here, and this is what kind of intrigued me. I didn't see any videos on this. I didn't see really anybody talk about this trail. So we're gonna be doing the Quehanna Trail, descending down into this deep valley here. Looks like we're gonna go down quite a few feet, and then we're gonna walk along Saunders Run for it looks like about 2 miles, and then eventually cut back up this Fairview Trail where there's a purple lizard at the top. So this is gonna be our first ever video searching for a purple lizard. Hopefully all goes well. Last time I kind of devised my own plan, it didn't work out. That would have been Bruce Lake where I almost stepped on a rattlesnake. So hopefully nothing crazy like that happens today. But yeah, peak fall foliage here in Clearfield County. Couldn't really ask for better conditions. It's 50 degrees out right now. They're calling for a little bit of rain, but it should just make that perfect, you know, mysterious look for these videos. So, all right, enough rambling. I don't want to make this intro too long. But yeah, one last look at my pretty messy rustic cabin here, thanks to the CCC. But well, the CCC didn't make it messy, I did, but they built it. But all right, enough rambling. I'm gonna get the bag on, the gear packed, and we're gonna get rolling here. We gotta cross the dam. Well, this makes things interesting. If you've seen my episode last week, there was no water coming over the spillway at all, but due to all the rain we gotten over the last day, there's definitely water, as you can see. And it's gonna make passing this a little bit more tricky than it was yesterday. So you can probably see the staircase on the opposite side. That's where we have to make it. So this might make things interesting here. Yeah, yesterday we literally walked right across this wall, and as you can see now, it's a good probably foot underwater there in the middle, but hey, that's what makes hiking so fun. All right, well, we have survived the great dam crossing of 2023, but I figured I would show you yet another view of Parker Lake here early in the morning. Just wait until the sun starts hitting these trees. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. But we're gonna head on down the dam and then crest up that hill over there, and we'll be linking up with, I believe it's called Fairview Road, which will take us then to the beginning of the Quehanna Trail. If you're not familiar with the Quehanna Trail, it's 73 miles and it goes through some of the most remote sections of Pennsylvania. I definitely want to do that one day, but today we're going to be doing about probably 6 or 7 miles on it. So yeah, one last look here at Parker Lake before we start hiking. See you there. Well, all right, we have made it to our next little trail junction. This is Fairview Road, no longer open. As you can see behind me, it's gated off. So if you're trying to find this trail, you're gonna have to do a little bit of road hiking, if you wanna call it that. So yeah, the next stop should be the Quehanna Trail. All right, well, just real quick here. Maybe if you're not native to Pennsylvania or have never seen fall foliage before, if If you're wondering what peak fall foliage looks like, what they're talking about, it's this right here. Every single tree you look at, just vibrant with color, oranges, yellows, reds, you name it. Just perfect timing right now to be here at Parker Dam State Park. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this awesome view here along Fairview Road of all the awesome fall foliage. Alrighty, just a very quick trail update here. We have made it through the Fairview Road / trail, and we'll be linking up with the Quehanna / Spurline trail now. So I was a little bit worried about this. Hopefully it's not too overgrown, and hopefully the blazes are good, but here goes nothing. We'll be on this for about a mile until we get to I believe Tyler Road. All right, well, as you can see, we have made it to the next big trail junction. We're standing here on Tyler Road. We're gonna be crossing right across here and joining up with the Quehanna Trail. Gonna take a little breather here, lose some clothes because I'm starting to sweat. But this was actually the second longest section of the trail for us today. So to get that done is a pretty good accomplishment for the day so far. And you can see all these leaves coming down. Haven't got rained on yet, but wouldn't count it out. Check that out. Can't beat views like that. I think we got another mile before we start descending down into Saunders Canyon, I'll call it. So let's get going. Alrighty, well, we are heading deeper and deeper into the Pennsylvania wilds here, and I believe we got about a half a mile to go until we get to what I'm calling Saunders Canyon. And like I said, I have not seen any other videos or any info at all on this area here, but judging by my topographic map, it looks like we're going to be descending into quite a nice little holler or valley. So probably the next time you see me, we will start going down in elevation. So alrighty folks, well, if you can't tell already by the noise behind me, we have made it to the bottom of Saunders Valley here, and here is the very picturesque Saunders Run as it meanders on downstream. So a little bit of information about this stream, not to put you asleep, but Saunders Run keeps going downstream for a few miles and then eventually links up with Laurel Run. And Laurel Run is the little stream that makes Parker Lake. So all this water that you see eventually streams on down to the Cinnamahoney. So all this water comes from little springs and streams that trickle off these mountainsides and eventually spill into Cinnamahoney. So little information, but yeah, I plan on spending some time down here and exploring Saunders Run. So let's go. Well, as you can see, decided to take a little breather. This valley just keeps getting more beautiful the further I get into it. But just behind me here, found a nice little campsite. So if you're ever maybe thinking about doing this whole through hike, or maybe just want to do a day trip and take a little lunch break down along Saunders Run, there you go. And I want to show you this view as well before I cut you off here. But just a couple feet away from that pretty awesome campsite, you got this nice little set of cascades as Saunders Run continues on downstream. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit and eat a little lunch and continue on. Yeah, this area, Saunders Run, right behind the campsite, is pretty awesome. I've been hanging out here for a couple minutes, just cascade after cascade, sitting here and hanging out, sitting in the moss and enjoying these little cascades. Doesn't get much better than this, in my opinion. Well, as we venture down along Saunders Run here, you can really see why a lot of people regard the Quehanna Trail as one of the most remote sections of Pennsylvania. You know, no cell service. I have not seen another person in hours. Have not heard a car, an airplane, no signs of anyone. So, getting to my point, if you really want to come out and, you know, get some solitude, not worry about running into anybody else on the trail, this is definitely the place to do it. And another thing I will say, that this trail is really well maintained. There are blazes pretty much every 50 feet. I have not had an issue at all finding my way along this trail. So 2 thumbs up. I really look forward to the day when I have enough time to come out here and do the full 73 miles. So yeah, we're gonna continue on here. Saunders Run is down below me now. We've gained a little bit of elevation. We should be coming up to the Fairview Trail, where we're gonna be hiking pretty much straight up this hillside here. But I did have another idea. Maybe I would hike down to see where Laurel Run and Saunders Run meet up. So we'll see how I feel by then. All right, well, unfortunately, I think my worst fears have come true. We've come to this little blaze on a tree with a orange and yellow mark, and as you can see, you'd probably walk right by this, but I believe this is the Fairview Trail. Looks a little overgrown, but that's where we're gonna head up here. But I am gonna walk down this way for another probably half an hour before coming back. I want to see if we can make it to the Laurel Run Junction, where it meets up with Saunders. So yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna be heading up there. That's going to be our longest section of trail, unfortunately, so things can get interesting. As soon as I said that, the wind picked up. But yeah, my only other option today, if I want to get back to Parker Dam, would be heading all the way back the way we came rather than cutting up there. So I think we're going to, you know, try it out, see how it goes. But yeah, this should be the Fairview Trail, even though it's not marked. I hate going on trails that aren't marked, but what else are we going to do? So we're going to head down here for a little bit further, about a half an hour, and who knows, maybe we'll run into the Fairview Trail. Maybe that'll be something else. Alrighty folks, well, I think this is about as far as we are going to go today. Made it to an old dirt road. As you can see, it's gated off, and a nice creepy looking house in the middle of nowhere here. So yeah, we're gonna start backtracking. Unfortunately, no big grand finale. There was an awesome link up between the Saunders Run and the Laurel Run. So yeah, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be our furthest point, and we're gonna start backtracking to the Fairview Trail. So I'll see you back there, and apparently, according to the Purple Lizard map, there's a nice view at the top. So I'll see you there. Alrighty folks, well, this is our last look at Saunders Run here. As we continue on, we'll be gaining some elevation here in just a second. But yeah, I just wanted to say, make sure you check this out if you're ever in the Parker Dam area. Maybe you've been coming here your whole life, hiked everything there is to see. But this was a fun little day hike, really well marked. A little bit challenging here and there, but Saunders Canyon here is definitely worth the look-see. Come out here and give it a shot. So all right, let's go gain some elevation. trail is no joke, but man, is it absolutely beautiful. Check out those views. We've definitely gained some elevation. As you can see, the other hillside on the opposite side of Saunders Run. Rough hike, but absolutely beautiful. All right, well, we have plateaued here. Got a nice little camp here in front of me. And back to this morning, when I was using my purple lizard map, I didn't bring it with me, go figure. But if you remember, I said that there was a purple lizard on this trail. What's a purple lizard? It's like a sign of interest, a viewpoint, a waterfall, yada, yada, yada. So we have made it to one of the purple lizards, my first ever purple lizard. So that's pretty awesome. So take a look at this just behind me here. Yeah, now that is a pretty awesome view. Peak fall foliage, looking down in the valley that we just came from. You can see some larger mountains off there in the distance. Yeah, I think this rock's got my name on it for the next couple minutes here. So well, just wrapped up lunch on the Fairview Trail, and I would say this view is, you know, slightly better than a Fairview, but yeah, all joking aside, I looked at the trail map, and it doesn't really seem like we're going to see too much else the rest of the day. A couple road crossings and some fields. So I figured I would wrap up the video here while taking in this beautiful view of Clearfield County. So yeah, big shout out to Purple Lizard Maps. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for sending me all those maps. You didn't have to do that, and sorry it took me this long to make a video about it, but yeah, without you guys I would have never found this this vista here. It's not on any other material that I've seen. It's not on the Parker Dam map. So yeah, big shout out to Purple Lizard Maps. If you're trying to go on an adventure anywhere in Pennsylvania, whether it's Ohio, Powell, World's End, here in Moshannon State Forest, they probably have a map for it. So check them out. Highly detailed, very well worth it. But yeah, that's going to wrap things up. Another episode of Maksim Outdoors has officially concluded. So hopefully you liked it. I highly recommend coming out here and checking it out. And yeah, I'll be seeing you from an all-new destination next week. All right, folks. See you next Friday.